What is going on, Battlefielders and YouTubers and all you guys out there? Hopefully you guys are doing good today. My name is Wally, Scumbag Wally, or just Wally, the magnanimous boyfriend of Eva from this series, of course. And today I am doing a Twitter request. A Twitter request video, that's right. Twitter request from you guys on Twitter. Basically, the way this works, the way it comes down to is I am given a topic via Twitter, and I will do my best to explain that topic in the given time. Videos last between 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there, and I'll back it up with some Battlefield or some Destiny gameplay or whatever I have on file and explain the best question the best way possible. So today's question comes from Decisive, and he asks how to start and maintain a successful team. So from what I'm getting of this question, I believe he means esports in general. And this is a very tough question to answer because there's so many different routes you can go down to be truly successful. And of course, success is a bit of perspective mixed with, I guess, a bit of ego. You think you may be successful at times, but compared to other individuals, you may not be as successful as them. And of course, success itself is sort of an intangible goal. Once you achieve some form of success, you want more and more and more and more of it. It's not really greed, it's more just you want to be successful. That's basically what it is. So to define it the best way possible, I will take from my experience from a few teams, mainly Iconic back in the days of BF3, a little bit of BF4, and I'll try to apply that experience that I had with that team and try to apply it over. So to say the least, I played on Iconic for a good period of time back in BF3. I helped that team manage a few different things, including a YouTube and a Twitter account. And I tried to build a community around the team, and some would say it was successful, some would say it wasn't successful. Again, a matter of perspective. I like to think everything I do is successful because I'm pretentious like that. But in reality, it may not have been such a great idea to do the things that I did. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and of course I try to pick myself up and the team from those mistakes as much as possible. But like all teams, I didn't really run everything myself. I didn't make all the decisions because who would want that kind of responsibility? And first and foremost, it's a team of individuals that have like-minded abilities that want to get out there and be successful. So the first and foremost thing I would say, the most important thing to do for any team to start it up and maintain it is to get a group of individuals that have like-minded abilities out there. They want to be successful in the realm of esports or in the realm of putting out content on YouTube or on Twitter or wherever social media platform they want to apply themselves on. They want to be a part of that. They want to reach out and get on board that hype train, if you will. Now, I would say that's very important to get us teams. So for me, I would pick up a team of Billy, Joe, and say Nancy. I really like all three of them. They're great. So the four of us are going to get together, and we're going to have, weekly meetings. We're going to start a team nice and small, 4 people in the beginning, and then expand when we all feel comfortable. But we may need, say, a graphics designer or another shooter on the field or a sniper or some kind of support player, or maybe we need a medic or something like that. We'll expand our team nice and small, and then we'll reach into the esports realm or a little bit more into the community realm, say on a Reddit forum or the Battlelog forums or something like that. That's generally the best way to do it. The first and most important thing is building a team around individuals that, well, appreciate each other, that have respect for each other, and want to be there to help each other as much as possible. We're talking monetary funds, we're talking emotional support, we're talking eating ice cream and chocolate after a very nasty breakup, that kind of support. They want to be there for that. And you may think it's kind of cliche when I'm dropping in here, but it's true. The more and more you build that kind of chemistry with a team, where they experience their faults and of course their successes and triumphs together, the more likely they are going to be able to build that chemistry, be able to force themselves into the niche that they are a team, a family of individuals that want the same thing. They want to be successful. Now the final thing, a part of that is a little bit more down the road, but the idea is you want to brand these individuals. You want to make sure that everybody knows who these guys are and they all know what their goals are, and their goals are pretty much out there in the public. Like my goals, not really out there in the public, but I would say my goal is to get a sub button on Twitch. I would really like that, to have 1 million subscribers. That would be really cool too. And of course, to throw parties at my house, from which you guys are all invited, everybody who subs to the channel, of course. But, only a few of you would come to my birthday party. Something like that. You have your goals out there in the open where people are like, yes, I think that that goal is doable. Maybe not in this reality, like with me having 1 million subs, but it's definitely doable potentially. The idea there is reachable in a way. That's what you want. You want individuals who can reach to those ideas. Now, the other part of success is really maintaining. Now, the maintenance of a team is very difficult. There's going to be drama. There's going to be nonsense. People are going to come. People are going to go. You're going to see people kind of lose that fluster, that ability to really get up in front of the mic or whatever it is on stream and play all the time so that they can expand themselves to a newer audience. You're going to get people that get burnt out, and that's just how it works. Not everyone is built the same way. Not everyone is a machine. You're a human being. You have this thing called a biological clock, and you need to sleep and eat and, of course, do some other stuff all the time. That's just who you are as a person. That's the way we're built. So playing video games 24/7 is ridiculous. I don't play 24/7. Most of the time, I fool around for maybe like 4 or 5 hours on a stream, try to stream every day, try to interact as much as possible with my chat, but then when I'm not streaming, I'm either doing work for Hub Tag Level BF, or I'm working on side projects, or I'm working on making my stream better, or I'm working on YouTube videos, or I'm doing homework, or I'm taking care of my family, or I'm driving my niece all over. My life is just crazy. But that is basically what is happening in a sense. So don't get unrealistic expectations of your teammates if you're going to be a manager of a team. Don't expect them to stream 24 hours a day. Don't expect them to pull anything out of their social lives because they just won't do it. It's unrealistic to ask, and of course, they'll probably be, you know, pretty abrasive towards you if you continue to ask them to give up, you know, sexy time with their lady friend or boyfriend for some video game play. No one wants to do that. But the idea is that when you want to maintain a team like this, the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to build a community around the team. You build a group of individuals, a very small group, early adopters in the initial stage, and you say, hey, look, we want you to support the community that we're putting together. And this community is a very small, tight-knit one. And the idea is you have maybe 10, 15 people that like the guys or play with the guys that are on your team, or are individuals that they know of, or are family, something like that. Early adopters, that's the idea. And you get them to be behind every single community event, every single little thing, and they are basically your workforce, your people that get there, and boom, they're like, yo, we want to be a part of this, we want to be a part of that, we want to support the team as much as possible, and we want to be there for community events. And then you expand it down the road. You go continually further. You will push down to, say, more and more individuals, your mid to late stage adopters, the guys who get on that hype train and like, yo, I like what this community is doing. I want to be a part of it. They're doing Zombie Night BF4 every Tuesday. I am there. They got Taco Wednesday. I'm there. Drunk Friday podcasts. You can bet your ass I will be there in that stream or on that YouTube channel waiting for that to come out. That's the idea. And you continue to build that community as much as possible. But the team is subsidiary at that point to the community. It's not the other way around. The community is not there at your beck and will for the team. You cannot force that community to, say, do things that are unrealistic, like, I don't know, march on Capitol Hill or anything like that. They have to be realistic goals, and the team has to be there to support the community. Now, here's like the tough point with managing and maintaining a community, and I'll pretty much cut it right here with a bit of these ideas, but you have to understand that the community looks at every single thing that your team does, and I mean everything. Everything they do, and they look at that bad boy under a microscope of just straight nonsense. So if anything happens that is bad or negative, you can bet your little green butt that you will hear everything about it. Every day for the rest of your life, you will hear how Nancy and Bobby and Billy were posting on the forums, I like potatoes, and of course this is a negative connotation and I'm using this as a metaphor, I like potatoes about someone who doesn't like potatoes. And they were pissing people off, and you're going to hear about that all the time. So you have to keep that in mind, that the community is a force to be respected and, of course, supported, but it is also your biggest ally and could be your biggest enemy. So keep that in mind, but those, in my opinion, are the best way to start and maintain a successful team. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. A little eccentric out there. I'm enjoying myself a little bit more with these commentaries. I think I'm going to liven it up a little bit and kind of go off on random tangents. So I hope you guys are ready for the hype train, talking a little bit faster, not taking too many breaths. I might have to grab an oxygen tank after this commentary. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Enjoy the footage. And, of course, hit me up for some more Twitter requests. I love you all very much. That will do it for me. Peace!